So since last we left our intrepid adventurers, um, you just opened up a massive uh, coffin that seemed to contain a living creature inside of it. Just to give you an idea of the area that you're in. Basically, the room that you guys are in is violet marble tiles cover both the floor and the walls, though they're all cracked and broken, and it reveals rough-hewn stone beneath. The sconces are attached to the wall, and at each corner, one holds a torch that burns with greenish fire. A marble sarcophagus, easily 9 feet long, slides in the room's center. It's carved with dragon imagery, and the head of a sarcophagus resembles that of a dragon's head. Now, you all went and broken through the iron clasps that were locking the cage, as well as heaving it up and opening it. And inside was in the coffin, when you open it up, is a troll, and it's dressed in rotted finery, but its jewelry and rings adorned with tiny silver dragons still sparkle. The creature's body is shrunken and elongated, and its flesh is a rubbery, putrid green, with its black hair long, thin, its black hair is long, thick, and ropey, and its beady black eyes flash open and it snarls. So that's kind of where we left it off last time. Okay. Here we go. Tomb of the Failed Dragons. I'm gonna run this encounter. Let me edit it real quick. Manage. Ah. Mm. All right. Oh, this is gonna be. So everyone, go ahead and first roll for initiative. Okay. So 12 and all you got 22. Okay. And let's dragon. All right. Yeah. All right. So Lanali, it's your turn. Or you go first. So he's still in the. He's just rising up in out of the sarcophagus. Mhm. Okay. All right. Okay. He got a 19. All right. Okay. Quick question for everyone. How much HP do you all have? Okay. Okay. All right. And the fire spirit? Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. And what's Sue gonna do? All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Yeah. Still, I always love those Final Fantasy rolls. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely Final Fantasy IV. I remember that boss fight too. So, oh my god, yeah, that was a pain. Although I do like in like Final Fantasy IX, there's a fight where you fight this giant mega boss undead thing, and all you do is you just throw a phoenix down at him, and it just kills him instantly. All right, so you're gonna hit him with your axe or with your. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Let me look here. Come on. There we go. No, that misses. It glances off him, but doesn't do much damage to him. Okay, so the dragon priest is going to claw at Sue, and he rolls a 13. So what's your armor class? Yeah. Okay, so he claws at you, but it glances off your armor. So, yep, yes, the 14 missed. All right, Lenali, it's your turn. All right. Nice. Yep, 22 hits. All right. All right. That hits. All right. So 10 damage altogether. Yeah. All right. So, you definitely light up this dragon priest looking thing, and um, it's lit on fire for pretty good. Yeah. Um. So Sue, it's your turn. All right. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, that's funny. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, go ahead and roll that history check. All right. Well, from your paladin days, you know that this is definitely something that turned that's being turned into a troll. Um, now I'm trying to think what exactly you would do. Because it's you notice a lot of the jewelry and stuff like that are on it is more of an elvish descent, and you recognize like a lot of elven trinkets and stuff around the person. Okay. Let's see. I need to look them up here. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. You don't need to. Yeah, that's fine. All right, give me a charisma check. You notice he seems to recognize your words, but he looks to be like completely mad and is just gonna come after you again. And is that gonna be your turn, or did you want to um attack or yeah? I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. 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 Give me 1 second here. I just want to check something. Jeez. Okay. Can everyone say something now?
Something now.
Something now?
All right, that works. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of this without people hearing you, so I'm sure that was annoying. Whatever. Um, that's fixed now. So, anyways, what I want to do, since you are doing the defensive posture and are trying to reason it with it, I'll give you an inspiration point. That way, if you anything bad happens this next round, you might. So the dragon priest, since you're talking to him, is going to um, he's going to snap and bite at you. And he rolled a 24. So is that over your armor class? Or?
24 is, in fact, over my armor class, yes.
All right. So that takes 5 damage.
Okay. Oh, and I misspoke. Well, I didn't I misremembered earlier. My max health is 26, not 29.
Okay. All right, I'll fix that. Okay. So you're trying to talk to it, and you're like, "It's okay, come on," and he just snaps at your hand, and bites your hand, or bites at you, and hits your arm or something. There's nothing extra bad with a bite damage.
As long as it's not infected.
Right. All right, Lenali, it's your turn.
Is the reason that you wanted cleric so that a draconic speaking cleric so that we could turn undead?
Maybe, but not for this reason.
Okay.
Don't worry, I have an ability that is similar to Turn Undead.
It's called fire.
No, it's called Turn Undead to Ash.
I see.
That is not similar at all.
I believe a 12 misses.
Yes.
That's unfortunate, but I will also use my bonus action to have my Wildfire Spirit attack.
Okay.
21 hit.
Yes. And that's fire damage, right?
Or, yes, 8 fire damage.
Okay. Yeah, so apparently if the fire damage, he can't use his regeneration until, if there's no fire. When you do fire damage to him, it negates the regeneration.
Yes, indeed it does.
There we go. All right, Sue.
All right. I'm going to attempt. Sue is going to attempt talking to it again. And say, "Oh, okay. Look. I understand we. I understand we. Opened up your bed and kind of attacked you. But listen, if you put down your weapon, I'll put down my weapon. Maybe we can do it at the same time. What do you say?
Okay, go ahead and give me another
Don't fight me
charisma.
if you understand.
Go ahead and give me another charisma roll.
Okay. 14.
Okay, so he kind of shakes his or scratches his head and is a little bit less defensive right now. He doesn't look like he's going to be attacking, but he looks around and is just really, really confused. And in Elvish, he just says, "Who are you?"
Oh, I'm Sue Goodhearth. I'm a paladin of, and I always get this wrong. Is it Lythander?
I think that's it.
Okay. I'm a paladin of Lythander,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm here to launch a rescue for one of my fellow paladins who came down here for frankly a completely unsanctioned mission and has not come back up. Have you met him? Um it's Paladin Brawford, Sir Brawford.
He just kind of grumbles and he says, he doesn't know how long I don't know how long I've been in the tomb. He says, looks down at his clothes and everything, and he's like, I don't even remember my name. It's been that long. Yet, I remember I used to not look like this, but I found magic that could turn me into something stronger and try to keep my mind, but the other priests, they held me down and put me in this tomb to suffer for the crimes that I committed, because they don't appreciate this. And he's like looking at his hands and he's just shaking his head. It's like, words are hard. Spell made me have troll brain now. And he seems to be like struggling with this internal like this internal struggle to just go on a rampage or keep his wits about him.
Okay, Sue's gonna say, and I'm gonna check my inventory to see what I have.
Also, give me a wisdom check when you get a chance.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You have a strike of inspiration that this is the atrocity that Sir Brawford was looking for to what's the word? Extinguish?
So he was just straight up gonna slay this dude.
Yep. Because it's an unholy abomination that he had a vision about.
Right. Would the Church of Lythander's teaching also be that it is an unholy abomination?
Eureka?
Well, Lysander's folk are not usually so focused on the whole, like righteous crusade aspect of things. They're slightly homelier. That having been said, Lathander definitely does not like the undead. And his position would generally be, like, if you meet one that could reasonably be a threat to other people, you're gonna want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
That
It
seems mean to continue with killing this guy after we've now been able to talk to him.
I should point out that Lenali is standing in the corner with her arms folded, looking at you askance.
Lenali, could you give me an intelligence or arcane check?
Arcana?
Yeah, arcana check.
I guess. That'd be a 17.
All right. Well, you deduce that by the basic story that has been told by him. He's not really undead. He was entombed in there with a sequester spell. So it was more of a state of suspended animation in which his spell that would transform him into a troll took place and just over transformed him. But you also know that the spell that transformed him into a troll is going to make him go full troll. And if he leaves there, he's probably going to go around and start hunting around the area.
Right.
Right now, since the spell's just been broken, his old mind and his troll mind are kind of merged right now.
All right.
Right.
Sue, not knowing the part that Lenali knows, unless she wants to pipe up real quick and share it, is going to say, well, maybe the talking will come easier to you. Do you want to sit with me a spell and maybe tell me more about this transformation you're going through? If there's some way to reverse it, or if you even want to reverse it. I must say I've not met too many friendly trolls, though I'm open to the possibility of it.
Lenali kind of holds up her hand and she's like, just one moment, please. My little friend, if I could speak with you, say in this corner over here?
Sue nods and in Elvish tells the troll man that he will be right back.
All right.
So Lenali kind of leads Sue to a corner, grinning, and then stops and says, "What in the name of the Fire Lord are you doing?"
Well, I noticed that he was wearing quite a bit of Elvish trinkets, and I mean, I got to thinking maybe he knows Elvish. Maybe I could get him to stop attacking us. I mean, he looks very strong, and I would rather not, be smashed to pieces by him.
Yes, I understand that. But see, here's the thing. He's been turned into a troll. And we've interrupted the process, yes, but it's still going to be completed. Neither you nor I can actually fix it.
Well, oh, well, I didn't realize that. But, I mean, he's the one who used the spell. Maybe he knows how to reverse it? If we could get him to remember. I mean, it feels very rude to kill him now that we've actually talked.
You understand, I hope, that it's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse until he's killing everything in sight.
I mean, I guess if that's what you're telling me, I understand now. But isn't there some possibility he could, you know, remember us once he's fully turned and be friendly?
You make the mistake of thinking that he'll care.
Ah, ah. Well,
I mean, by all means, see if you can get him to remember, but, you know, this will turn ugly, and we cannot leave him like this.
well, yes, we certainly can't do that. I'll try and get him to remember, but if he goes full troll before we can stop it, I won't like it, but I understand what we have to do.
Lenali nods and conjures a little more fire into her hand.
All right. So as you walk back to the troll, you notice by this time most of his injuries have already healed. And he just kind of looks around and just seems lost, and his eyes are a little glassy over and stuff as he's trying to remember something.
Sue Sue waves to get his attention and says, "All right, I'm back. So this spell that you've done, do you remember anything else about it? Like, say, if it has a reversal process, or if there was some sort of contingency in case things went wrong? I mean, it does kind of seem like things have gone wrong."
He kind of laughs a little bit and very carefully, speaks as he's trying to work the troll mouth. And he says, I remember wanting more power and wanting to live longer than elves, because elves die all the time. And I did not want that, so I found a spell to change that and change me. But after spell started, rest of the cult found me and put me in the box and slowed down the transformation. So, not sure what is going to happen. But
Sue
Skull
says,
is gone, which had spell.
"Oh, oh, idea. Would you mind sitting in the box? Just we won't. I'm not going to try and force you back into it, but if you went and sat in it, maybe we could talk longer and we could figure out where the scroll got to."
He says squirrel, or were you saying scroll?
Scroll.
All right. He agrees and lays back down in the sarcophagus.
Lenali is just still sort of rolling fire around in her hand as she watches.
As he was going into the sarcophagus, you hear like some papers scruffling around when he's adjusting himself and laying down.
Okay. Sue is going to stop him real quick and say, you seem to be sitting on something there. Would you mind if ever so quickly we checked what it was?
Well, he moves aside and pulls out a bunch of 4 spell scrolls, and they're sealed up. As he hands them to you, you notice he has 2 silver rings on, both of elvish design, and a silver amulet also.
Okay. I'm guessing they're not getting bigger with him.
No.
Sue is going to just patiently suggest that he takes those off before they cut off his circulation.
Alright, he goes ahead and does the same thing and hands them to you. But you look at the scrolls and let's see here. You know that they're spell scrolls. Are people who are not wizards, will they be able to read what the types of scrolls they are without using them?
Well,
I can't remember.
See, here's the thing. Theoretically, so long as your class can cast the spell that is written on the scroll, any class who can cast spells can use scrolls.
Alright. So, by inspecting the scrolls, you notice there's a command scroll, a 2nd level cure wounds, a 2nd level inflict wounds, and a 2nd level guiding bolt spell.
So none of these are a de-trollify the elf spell.
Right.
Alright. Sue is just gonna set the rings and amulet on the ground next to the sarcophagus, and pocket the spells for now.
Okay.
And I'll add them to my inventory later if we don't end up fixing things for this guy.
Yeah.
Can I do an investigation of the chamber to see if I can find the spell scroll that originally turned him? Like, I'm skeptical that it would be in here, but like we also don't know where else to look exactly. It would be very time consuming to search the rest of this dungeon for the spell scroll.
Just to give you some outside help to not go that route. This happened before he was transformed, so this was done off-site. And then once the spell was in effect, the Dragon Cult members drug him here and then imprisoned him. So...
Oh, so like the scroll is fully not in the fucking building.
Right.
Okay.
And it's a scroll, so it would have been erased anyways after it was cast.
Okay, right. Sorry, I have not really played many magical classes. The closest I've got has been playing an artificer and playing a paladin. So,
right.
And I guess now I'm technically also playing a warlock, but I'm still quite new to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and when I played a barbarian warlock briefly, but sadly the campaign ended, so...
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm gonna say that Sue does take a little look around the room and then is kind of like, well, it's not here.
Okay.
So he's gonna go back over to Lanali and say, I don't suppose ye have any idea of how we, like, you haven't come across this spell of turn person into troll, have you?
Listen. The story of my people is a long and complicated one, fraught with a number of hardships. There have been several elves who sought to defeat mortality, a few of them who even found reasonable and semi-ethical solutions for doing so. Usually, however, it ended in disaster. This one is by far the least well thought out I've ever encountered.
I'm going to take that as a no.
It's a no.
Right. Um, unfortunately, Sue is level 1 paladin, and only spell Sue knows is lay on hands, which I think is actually technically a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a spell.
Yep.
Yeah, I just said I think it's technically a cantrip.
No, it's not. It's not any sort of thing of that sort.
Oh, okay.
It's considered to, well, put it this way: in third edition, it would be considered a supernatural ability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, so I thought you leveled up to 2. I switched to milestone. So
Yes. However, it says here that I'm level 2, and when I go into spells, it says all first. I have 2 first level spell slots,
okay.
and then it says you do not have any first level spells or spells that scale to first level available, but you can cast lower level spells using your first level spell slots, and then there are just no spells.
Well, see, here's the thing. In D&D Beyond, you need to go into the spell window and memorize the ones you want yourself.
Ah. Okay, real quick, I'm just going to go into manage spells and I'm going to search for one, which I don't think it will let me have. And also I can't spell. But on the off chance it lets me have transmogrify. No, didn't think so. Alright, I'm just gonna go back to where the troll man is sitting and say, so, now that you're in your little sarcophagi, any thoughts whatsoever on reversing this process? I mean, would you be up for that, or?
He just kind of shrugs and doesn't really seem to be forming too much coherent thought. What is his intelligence? Oof, yeah, he's at a 7.
Oh boy. Well, the good news is Sue's finally found somebody less intelligent than he is.
Yeah.
by 1 fucking point. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Sue is gonna basically hang his head in defeat and say, and place a hand on the man's shoulder and say, I am so sorry. I I don't know how to help ye. I I think ye may be too far gone.
He shrugs and says, "You could always just close the lid and put me back."
Sue perks up and looks over to check this with Lenali.
Renali raises her eyebrows and shakes her head.
I think that would only be a bandage solution at best. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay.
He's just being pensive and quiet.
Okay. Yeah, Sue goes over to Lenali and says,
He's kind of sitting in the sarcophagus like a bathtub. So
Yep. Sue goes over to Lenali and says, "Okay, I think we have to do what we have to do, but I it feels wrong doing it when he's not attacking us. Do we wait until he starts, or?"
Renali just sort of rolls her eyes and says, I'm not sure how long that will take. It could be minutes, it could be hours, days, months, maybe even.
Then what do you suppose we do? I mean, I can't just. I know it might be the kindest thing at this point, but I can't just kill someone who's not even lifting a finger to harm me.
The kindest thing? It's more than just the kindest thing. You understand, he did this to himself. Literally.
Well, clearly, if he did, he wasn't smart enough to think of the consequences of it.
Exactly. He was smart enough to actually produce the spell, but nowhere near smart enough to realize that it was a really, really bad idea. Do you understand how dangerous that kind of person can be? If anything, he might actually be less dangerous as a troll.
Sue makes, like, kind of non-committal noises of affirmation. Just like he's clearly having a crisis of conscience here.
Look, I think I might have a way to make this easier on you.
Oh?
Lenali will snap her fingers and cast Create Bonfire in the coffin.
Okay.
Yes. Sue just goes, Jesus fucking Begora!
And, well, the Dragon Priest goes up in flames. Let me see something here. I want to do a wisdom check to see if he fights back or just sits. Because he's really, really depressed. Yeah, no, he rolled a 6. He's looking like that meme. Everything's fine.
Oh no! I feel so bad.
Lenali just crosses her arms and looks on, the flame crackling reflected in her eyes. She's smiling a little.
He doesn't
Sue
say
on
a
the
word,
other Sue on the other hand looks kind of green around the gills.
Alright, so the Dragon Priest is dispatched.
Well, I'm glad we got the scrolls out before we lit fire to that thing.
And you the rings and the amulet are still on the side. Are you gonna search his body anymore?
Lenali definitely will. Yeah.
Alright, you find an ornate ceremonial dagger in there, in his robes too.
Could you remind me what spell scrolls we got?
Command, cure wounds, inflict wounds, and guiding bolt.
Okay. Manage inventory, add items. Scroll. Well, apparently you can't search for specific items.
You should be able to.
When I do it, it does not. It also doesn't allow me to add. It's only letting me add spell scroll cantrip, spell scroll first level, second level, third level. I can add a scroll of protection, fourth level, fifth level, sixth levels. Like, I can't add specific scrolls unless it's a scroll of protection.
I think you pick which level it is, and then it'll have you pick which spell the scroll is for.
Okay, what level are these ones at?
Command is going to be first level.
No, it does not let me add specific ones. I now have spell scroll first level in my equipment.
Are you able to edit it?
No.
No.
Do you think you could just like note down
Yeah,
that we got them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, I'm looking at that too. That's weird. Alright. So, the only other thing left in the room is the green torch that is casting a continual flame spell.
Right. Lenali will definitely take that if,
Mm-hmm.
she would not mind.
Yep. It looks like a regular flame, but it creates no heat and doesn't use oxygen. It can be covered or hidden, but not smoldered or quenched. Okay, so Now that we've got that done, what is it you'd like to do now?
Sue is going to pocket the rings and amulet.
All right.
And just kind of what I don't know. Probably just sit down for a bit and put his head into his hands. Just say, "I think I need a minute."
Linale just gestures as if to say, "Go on," and she sort of leans up against the side of the wall and begins chatting in Primordial with the vaguely humanoid magma creature that she called.
All right. So, if you remember why we came this way, you were trying to make a deal with the goblins to entertain to get the dragon to go over back with the kobolds, and so you're looking for some treasure to try to bribe it a little bit. And they told you this way, and then there's a way to the north that led to some rats too that could use some checking out, because that's where one of the adventuring parties, the adventurers, went down that previously went ahead of
Right.
Right. The thing is, we still only have we still only have uh 2 people, 3 if you include the magma creature.
you.
Not keen on taking on a bunch of rats.
Oh, they're tiny
I mean, I
rats.
have burning hands now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess after about 5 minutes, Sue is going to get up and take a deep breath. And could I roll an investigation to see if there's any treasure we missed in here?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
that's
be
a
a
5.
5. Yeah, you don't find anything else. So the exits out of here, you guys, I believe you found the secret passage last time.
Yeah, I think we did.
Okay. So you can make it out into the next room without any too much issues. And if you continue walking back, trying to get. Okay, you make it back towards this area because this is kind of where you split off, and the goblin was telling you the different ways to look. This is, come on, give me a moment here. Okay, so you guys make your way back to the dry fountain. Um, dust and odd bits of stony debris and rubble lie scattered on the floor. The ornate fountain is built into the eastern wall, though cracked and stained. The fountain's overarching carving of a diving dragon retains its beauty. A relief carved stone door stands on the western wall. And so you remember that door over here was enchanted and locked. And over here there is an inscription in Draconic, where the dragon is, by the fountain there. And the scythe trap that you had over here was already disabled last.
Hmm. Okay.
So,
Um,
do you want to do anything in this room, or do we want to head north?
I mean, I don't have any ideas for what we can do now that we couldn't before in this room.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
So, as you guys head north, you find a section of hallway that contains 6 doors that are slightly ajar. And the area smells utterly musky. Can both of you give me a perception check?
Okie doke.
Hang on a second here.
Okay.
Does a 16 get me anything?
Yeah, you notice tracks in the dust leading up to the hallway.
Wow, that's what I get my nat 20 on? Alright.
Your you also notice my stupid thing is being a dork. So, yeah, Sue notices the tracks are made by rats and humanoids. And Lenali, you notice that the rat tracks are recent, perhaps even a few minutes old, while the humanoid tracks are about a month old. Were made by 4 human-sized individuals moving across the area to the north. But you also notice only 3 of those individuals returned back south. So I'm thinking you guys are like right here, because this is where the tracks are.
Right where?
In Discord, I'm showing the map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well, in that case, Linale's got, like, a handful of fire held out before her, lighting the way.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like one of them didn't come back out. Shall we find out which?
Sue will nod and follow.
Okay. This is 28.
This is one of the few times that I would recommend that you not go ahead of me.
I can do that.
No. One of the few times I would not recommend you go ahead of me.
No. I'm saying I can follow behind.
Yes. After all, and she kind of wiggles her fingers and says, "Certainly don't want you in the way."
Ooh, I wouldn't like that either.
Yeah.
And as he says it, he eyes the flames.
All right. So as you come up here, you immediately start hearing squeaking as 3 giant rats start running down the hallway. 2 of them come out of the top, or these first doorways, but the third one comes out of this one here, and it seems like just any sort of light was causing them to just jump out and attack. So, roll initiative.
Oh boy.
That would be a 17.
All right.
16.
All right. All right. So the first giant rat, he got a 20, is going to go ahead and bite. Okay, for some reason my stupid dice is being really slow. All right, so he rolls a. He goes to bite Lenali. He rolled an 8. What's your AC?
My AC is 16.
All right, I assume that does nothing. All right, Lenali, it's your turn.
Fantastic. So the rat right in front of me is the only one. How far away are the other rats?
So, you two, there's 2 rats that are within 5 feet of you two, and the third rat's on its way running down.
Is it within 15 feet?
10, 15, no.
No. Okay then.
It would be right about here right now. 30 feet. All right, yeah, because this one starts the round up here. So when it's its turn, it would run down.
Okay. In that case, step 1, we are going to set down. Let's see. Set down a bonfire on the square with the rat that just bit me
Okay.
for 2 fire damage. And it needs to obviously make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Give me one moment here. I need to change my dice because it's lagging so damn much. I rolled a 10. There you go.
So it takes the full 2 instead of just 1. Um, and then Lenala uses her bonus action to command her wildfire spirit.
Okay.
The wildfire spirit reaches out and grabs Lenale, and both of them disappear in a flash of fire. And I'm going to need both of the rats that were within 5 feet of me to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. And first dex saving throw. No idea why the animated dice are acting up. It looks like that was a 10. And the other one. Is a 5.
Okay, so they both fail.
Okay. How much damage do they take?
4 fire damage. And then Linale and the Wildfire Spirit both reappear 10 feet back so that Linale is just behind Sue, and the Wildfire Spirit is to the side, to the, I think, left?
Okay.
Yeah, so that the rat theoretically only one rat can get to her.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so the next giant rat is going to bite at Sue. And that looks like a 19 or 23. And it does 4 damage to bite. What's your HP, Sue? Your max?
Currently, my max is 26, but my current is 21.
All right. All right. And it's your turn, Sue.
Okay. Sue's just gonna go ahead and use his Morning Star.
All right.
14.
That's a hit. How much damage you get?
Well, let's see. 1 damage.
Woohoo!
1 piercing damage.
Well, that killed one of them.
Oh, nice.
So there's 2 rats left, and then what's up?
You should have a strength modifier, shouldn't you?
See, a smart person
Would say yes.
would have made their paladin to have more than a 10 strength, but I thought it would be fun, since it was a halfling, to put my 16 into dexterity as opposed to strength.
Oh, well then why aren't you using a dex weapon?
Again, a smart person. A smart person would have done that, but somebody might have to point that out to Sue because Sue is very dumb.
Okay.
I literally did not care about whether this character was going to be super effective when I made him. I was just like, this is what his character is. These are the choices he would make.
Right. Okay, so the rat at the end of the hall is going to rush forward and go to bite you.
Alright.
And come on. It looks like it's a miss. Got a 6.
That is indeed a miss.
All right, so then it is Lenali's turn.
Okay. So, there's only one left?
No, there's two. One rat is half damaged and is pretty bloodied over here. And then there's the new rat that just rushed down.
And is the rat that's bloodied still in the bonfire?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's good. That's very good. All right. In that case, Linale would like to throw a little fire at the undamaged one.
Okay.
That's a 10.
And that will miss. So
Well,
the rat dodged it.
And then bonus action, I will first have the wildfire spirit toss fire at the same rat.
Okay.
For another result of 10, so another miss.
Yep.
But then it will step up to block the hall with Sue so that the giant rat that is in the bonfire cannot advance on us and
Okay.
must either remain in the fire or else run away.
Yep. All right. So at the end of your turn, the rat that's in the bonfire is going to retreat out of it and get behind the rat that's attacking Sue. So, is there a disengage damage for the bonfire, or just he needs to move out of the way?
No, there's no disengage damage for the bonfire, but there will be a reaction attack from the wildfire spirit.
Okay, so go ahead and do that.
And that's a 9.
And that misses. All right, Sue, it's your turn.
Okie doke. I'm gonna use my Morning Star on the nearest rat.
Okay.
That's a
And
14
that
again.
That hits.
And it's a 1 damage again.
You hit its tail. All right,
Yeah,
the
we're
rat
we're
you hit.
definitely gonna have to get Sue a dex base weapon. He clearly cannot swing a Morning Star that is half the size that he is. It's a foot-long Morning Star, and Sue is 2'10".
All right, the rat lunges and bites at you, but misses again. So, Lenali, it's your turn.
Well, all right. Chucking a little more fire, letting the bonfire drop for the moment. Whoops, that was not right. That's a little more right. Does 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay, for 7 fire damage on the rat that attempted to retreat.
Okay, and that rat is now dead.
Fantastic. And then bonus action, command the wildfire spirit. The wildfire spirit will make an attack on the remaining rat.
Mm-hmm.
For 20.
Yep, that hits.
And it deals 4 fire damage.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty winded right now, and charred. And it's going to bite Sue.
I cannot actually see what it managed to.
Yeah,
Oh,
give me a second. There
that
it is.
hits.
Yeah, it looks like you take. It lunges and bites you. It's being really slow.
It looks it to me. It says 3 damage. Or at least that's what I'm seeing in my chat.
Yeah, it's yeah. I would just do the 3 damage. I don't know why it rolls twice.
Okay.
Okay, Lenali.
Is it still up?
Yep, it's still awake, or it's barely there, but it's still there.
11?
That misses.
Alas. Command Wildfire Spirit to attack it as well. 24.
That hits.
For 8 fire damage.
And it's toast. You now have rat kebabs. All right. So, the charred husky rat, chunky rats are just broiling away in the hallways now, and you can step over them. Are you gonna investigate the doorways or anything?
Yeah, I think we'll poke around. Lenali is not expecting to find much of interest, but it's always handy to look.
Okay. So the rat's nest contains shiny bits that they've collected over the months. Poking through each of them, you find 8 silver pieces, 2 gold pieces, and what was that here? 6 gem or okay, 2 gems worth. Where'd it go? Each gem is worth 5 gold pieces.
Okay. Since it's apparently kind of difficult to add things to your inventory,
Mm-hmm.
oh, hang on. Aha. I can make personal notes under other possessions. Okay. You said 4 gems worth 5 gold pieces each?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. Added.
Okay. So, as you move north, you see the cobblestone floor contains 2 trapdoors that are blocked open by iron spikes. The north wall holds a dry fountain carved with an overarching diving dragon, and fate-rotten stench prevails the room.
Ugh. This is rather thoroughly unpleasant.
Okay. You can you both give me a investigation check?
Investigation.
Yep.
Sure.
I am bad at these, but I will do my best.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you'll roll higher than I did.
Well, I got a 14, so.
All right. And my chat was shut. There we go. Okay, so you notice that the trail of humanoid footprints that you guys have been following has walks around these um, traps that have been propped open by by some iron spikes. The two trapdoors are like here and like right here, but you see the footprints of them, and then they go into this door over here.
Okay. Sue is gonna say, "Ah, right. Time for you to follow me then," and will walk along the path of the footprints.
All right.
Lenali will just shrug and say, "If you're sure you want to be in front of me, fine."
So the closer you get, as you follow the footsteps closer to the western door, you notice there's a lot more of a rotten stench filling your nostrils, like rotten meat stench.
Sue reacts by reaching up and holding his nose.
Okay.
Lenali holds the fire out, like, a little higher up, as though hoping perhaps that it will ward off the smell.
All right. So are you going to do anything else in this room, or what did you want to do with it? Before we get on to the next one.
I think at the moment the priority is finding what's making that smell and stopping it.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. So you're at the edge of the door, and you know the smell is coming from the other side of the door.
Okay.
So are we gonna open it, or what are we gonna do?
I mean, yes, we're going to open it, but I'm just like trying to think of a way that we can do it cautiously.
Gotcha.
Okay, Sue turns back to Lenali and says, "Right. Wait, no, that's British. Uh, uh right. No, I tell you what. I will stand at the side of the door, and I'll pull it open, and then if something nasty is standing on the other side, you fireball it."
She just grins and says, "Now, if I were a wizard, I might be terribly upset and correct you. But don't worry, I know what you mean, and I shall do so."
Right.
Yeah, Sue gets in position and double checks that Lenali is ready, and then he's going to reach forward and, standing to one side of it, open the door.
All right. So as you open the door, an oppressive smell suffuses the air, rising from chewed carcasses of the cave rats, smaller vermin, and a few humanoid-looking creatures. The bodies lie on the floor of filth, old bones, hair, and fur that combine to make a particularly large and vile nest. You can hear the sound of rats in there, all chirping and scuttering about, and you also see, as you open it up, the lights reflect on this giant diseased rat. That's about 6 feet long.
Is it what's eating the other ones?
That appears to be the mother rat, because the other ones are kind of tending to it while it is gnawing on a goblin skull.
Ah, so it wasn't eating other rats, it was eating Goblins. Okay.
Yep.
I feel that kill it with fire is the correct response.
You know, it's funny. Lanale feels the same.
Yeah, this is one that Sue's not going to complain about. This is nasty.
All right.
So, are we rolling initiative, or can Lanale do something first?
You can do something first. Since you weren't doing anything loud, I figured you wouldn't. You would. Portal.
Well,
Okay.
in that case, Lanale would like to step carefully in, and she would like to. Is it just the mother rat?
It's the mother rat, and there's three of the rats the size that you killed earlier. So there's four
And
altogether.
I'm assuming they're clustered around her.
Yes. So she's up here in kind of the corner back here, and the other three rats are around here.
Fan-freaking-tastic. That's perfect. Lanale would like to quickly step inside and throw her hands forward and cast Burning Hands
All
for
right.
12 fire damage. I'll need dex saving throws from all of them.
All right. Okay. Dex throw. So 11. That doesn't make it.
It does not.
Okay. So that one takes 12, you said?
12, yes.
Okay. All right. And the next one. Oh my god, the dice roller is so slow on my computer right now. So that one only takes half.
That's correct.
Okay. Half of 12 is 6. Damage. Next one. That's 18. So that's damage. And let's see. And that is like 10. So that's easy. One more, sorry. Get Hash. He's gonna roll. Big giant rat.
So did I kill like any of them?
You killed 2 of them.
All right, cool. And can I make my
Is 16 would 16 dodge?
16 is a success.
Okay. So, okay. So you lit 2 of them on fire. 2 of them are a little bit more crispy and look like they're on their last legs, and the big giant one is fairly pissed. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay, so my
Mhm.
my wildfire spirit doesn't get a thing.
Yeah, go ahead. She can do that too.
Oh, all right.
So,
I think she'll chuck some fire at one of the ones that lived.
all right.
How's a 17?
And that'll hit.
4 fire damage.
All right. One of the rats that are on its last legs is dead.
Lovely.
All right. So you just have the yep.
Just real quick before we start the fight, it is midnight for me now, so
Yep.
I'm going to request that after this fight, we end the session.
Yep. That's not a problem. That's kind of what I was going to
All right.
suggest, anyways.
All right, cool. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Yep. Not a problem. You took out most of them, anyways. There's 3 dead. So, excuse me.
And so now it's initiative.
Yep.
So 19.
Nice. Okay. Come on. 4. Right. C is 18 or 17. Okay, Lenali, it's your turn first.
Lovely. In that case, I'm going to throw fire at the queen rat again
All right.
for an 18
That hits.
and 5 fire damage. Then I will have my wildfire spirit do much the same.
All right.
14.
That hits too. Man, you weren't kidding when you guys said kill it with fire.
7 fire damage.
It lights up and it is dead.
Wow.
There's 1 rat left. And that would be Sue's turn.
Okie doke. I will attack the remaining rat. Fuck, I don't think that's gonna hit.
No, that misses. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. All right, so
No worries.
Giant Tit Rat will try to bite you with Sue.
Wait for it to load.
Yeah. There you go. Try to hit you for 8.
That's not gonna work.
Nope. All right, Lenali's turn.
Sorry about that. There was a moist cat on me.
Not a problem.
Lenali will toss fire at the one who tried to bite Sue. That would be a 22
That hits.
for 7 fire damage.
And it is toast. So, poking after you guys are done killing the bloated one, poking through the refuge over a period of about 10 minutes or so, you uncover 312 silver pieces, 68 gold pieces, and 3 gems worth about 25 gold each.
Wow.
And you find a ranger's corpse in the corner.
A ranger's corpse in the corner?
Yep. It looks to be one of the adventurers that you were looking for.
Oh no.
That's
Can,
unfortunate.
can we tell who it is, or has their face been gnawed off?
It's been about a month, so they're pretty mummified, but you can see their gear. It's gear. Looking through it, you find he's wearing studded leather armor. There's 5 daggers on him, a longbow, and a backpack. It has your 1 ration, water skin bedroll, a tinderbox, 3 torches, a quiver with 6 arrows. There's a potion in there, a potion of healing, and a gold pouch that has 17 gold pieces. He also has a gold ring on his finger that's engraved in common with his name. And it looks like his name is Caracas. Karakas. It's engraved in common.
Is now it's been a very long time, so is that one of the villagers that came with Brawford?
No, but it is the the person that Brawford came into the village with.
Got it.
Yeah, okay. So with the 17 gold from this guy and the 8 silver that we found earlier and the money from the rat,
Mm-hmm.
how much is our total haul?
Okay. Here, calculator. 68 plus 25. 2. Okay, so I got all that. And then what was the other amounts you said?
It was 17 gold from this guy and 8 silver from earlier.
Okay, plus 0.8. 163 and 92 silver. 163 gold, 92 silver. So split that between the two of you. And that's 81 gold and 96 silver each.
Alrighty.
And I don't know if you want to loot the daggers or the studded armor or the longbow or anything on this guy.
Lenali definitely does. That would give her an upgrade over her current armor.
Okay. You got a set of leather armor that's fire.
Stu will go ahead and take the longbow because, I mean, I could have sworn he had some sort of a ranged weapon, but
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it anywhere
Okay.
on this thing.
So there's a longbow, and it has a quiver with 6 arrows.
Okay, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, and you guys noted the potion of healing too, right?
Well, I can't currently add anything to my inventory, and I'm even having a hard time figuring
Okay.
out where my gold is.
Not a problem. I'll go through and I'll update everything next time we play.
All right. But with that, it
Mhm.
is now after midnight, and I'm going to say goodnight and
Alright.
put away my food before I get too tired to do so.
All right. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Weirdly,
Mhm.
I'm looking in the inventory list here. It lists potion of healing greater, superior, and supreme, but not regular.
That's weird.
Oh, it's under. For some reason, the potions of greater, superior, and supreme are under potions, but the regular is under other gear. Why not put it in the same